today I just was trying to get up this morning and I was just like, fuck life, just fuck it. I hate it, because it seems like you could try so hard and you just go nowhere, and the bottoms keep coming. Rock bottom is a place that I keep finding myself in, and it's hard for me to rationalize it's normal, or it's hard for me to rationalize that hitting rock bottom in a different way this time is something that I need to go through, because I'm just tired of seeing this bottom, but I have a choice. We all have a choice of what we do when we hit rock bottom. And rock bottom is a place that some people just sit there and live in, and it's a comfortable place actually to live in. It's a comfortable place to live in where you're just being a loser. It's easy to be a loser. It's easy to just give up. It's easy just to say, you know what, man, that wasn't for me. That wasn't what I needed to be doing. They had it all wrong. It's easy to be the rebellious person. It's easy to be simply a loser. It's easy to be the cool guy. It's easy to mask your emotions and never face with them. It's easy to protect yourself and have this guard up, trying to make sure that nobody touches you, nobody could hurt you, nobody could do anything to you, because you're not showing your true version of who you are. It's super duper easy. And we hit these rock bottoms and we get to the place where we're in a position in our life where we never wanted to be in, and we say, how the fuck did I get here? How did I get to this place of not having anything together? How did my plan go wrong? That's the first thing I say. How did my plan go wrong? I had this great plan. I had this plan that I thought was going to work. I thought was going to bring me so much happiness. I thought was going to bring me so much joy. And guess what? It just didn't freaking work. And then you got to sit there and then say, I got to let go of this control. But then again, I'm mad at myself because I just did everything I possibly could do to get the best life I possibly could get. And then I just failed. And I failed again, and I failed again, and I failed again. And I just hit the same brick wall 500 times. And I'm smacking myself in the face saying, what the fuck am I doing with my life? I keep hitting this brick wall. Oh, man, I'm failing again. Oh, man, that didn't work. Oh, man, that didn't work. I don't know the way, and it's so crazy, and it's so amazing that we have something that could show us the way, but we just don't want to go to it. I just don't want to go to it. I just don't want to go to God and be like, God, I don't have the answers. I'll walk around here like I know what I'm doing, and like I can handle everything that's going on in my life, and pretend like I don't know what prayer is, pretend like I don't have somebody to go and get answers from, and then I do it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of works. And then I skip a meditation. I could meditate, I could read, I could do so many different things, but then I don't do them because I know that's gonna work. So in a sense, I want to self-sabotage myself. I want to be sad. I want to be in rock bottom. I want to be comfortable here, because at least I have something that can assure me of the fact and the idea that I think I'm not good enough. I want to think that. We want to self-sabotage ourselves to think, oh, we're not good enough. Rock bottom is a very comfortable place. You could have a couch there, you could have a lounge there, and you'll just sit there and do the things that aren't going to serve you well. But at the same exact time, they're serving you so well that they're tuning down that voice that's inside of you, which is God telling you, you gotta get better, you gotta be better. And it's hard to hear that voice. It's hard to hear anybody tell you, dude, you gotta be better, dude, you gotta straighten up, you know what I'm saying, you got issues, bro. It's hard to hear that, because we want to think, yo, I don't have an issue, like I'm good, like I'm good, I'm good enough. We want to have that defense mechanism up of like, dude, I can't let you know that I'm not good enough, but I know I'm not good enough, so we're faking it till we make it, and there's nothing wrong with faking it till you make it. But at the same exact time, you have to get honest with yourself and say, this is where I'm at, and there's ways that I can get out of this. And how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this situation? How am I going to fight my way out of it? Because at the end of the day, every day you can choose to get beat down in the wrong way, or you can choose to get beat down in the right way. That wall that you keep hitting into, it's not a wall that is destroying you. It's not a wall that's killing you. On one hand, all the comfort and all the joy that you sit in at the rock bottom place where it's like all the couches are and everything, you're stabbing yourself with a knife. and you're just continuing to put on the illusion. Oh, I'm happy in life. Yo, when I do drugs, yeah, when I drink, it's like I feel so good. Yeah, this is the lifestyle. But then on the back end, you're scared of running into a wall that every single time that you run into, you get stronger, and you develop new ideas. You develop new ways to go about how you could attack the castle and storm it and go to get what you want. So it's like you're hurting yourself anyway, right? The only thing that is different is that in the way of like running into that wall and failing, you're gonna grow, And then in the other way, you're gonna die. Like you're gonna die and continue to self-sabotage, continue to keep killing yourself, And bro, I had to get to a point, especially when I got sober, right? I got sober, and I'm 4 years sober, by the way. I went through drug addiction. I went through so much stuff where it's like I couldn't stop using. And I was in that rock bottom for a long, long time, and I hit different bottoms. I hit times where the day that I stopped using, it wasn't different than the times before. I had been through the same situation 10, 15 times before. But then at the same time, I was like, I hit that bottom one more time, and I was just like, I'm just going to have this keep happening, and I'm going to just keep feeling the same way. This isn't going to change, and as much as you front to the whole world, as much as you front like, oh, I'm so happy, like, you're not. You have to go lay in the bed after you leave that club, after you leave the friends, after you do all that fighting and all that masking. You're gonna have to sit in your bed and then look up at the sky and realize, I hate my life. In reality, I hate my life. All these temporary moments, there's a come down, and I'm just living for this temporary high. I'm living for the weekend. I'm living for all these things. And those come downs is one thing that I don't want to happen. And that's what I avoided. I avoided the come down for so long. I'd go on one day Adderall benders, then I'd be like, oh, the come down is so bad. Let me get another one. And that's all we do. And we live in that cycle. And it's like rock bottom is a place that you can get comfortable. You have to remember that. It's a place that you could sit and just build a life in.